All right, so last question. We've talked a lot about your past and about how the lessons of your past, are building somewhat of a legacy. And, I think this is really important both for myself and for anyone who's interested. What are your plans to take the lessons that you've learned that we've been talking about? Where do you want to go? What is Chris passionate about? And what's your plan? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It goes beyond what have you done, but like what are you also doing?
Yeah, that's a really good question, brother. And it's something that I've been, steering towards for like the last year or so. And what I finally realized was like all the stuff that I've experienced and the lessons I've learned and everything. If I don't share that with anybody, it's really quite an injustice. It's like, man, if you're just keeping that bottled up, what the hell good is that going to do? So one of my bigger missions right now is I've started a blog page, chrisfreemanpt.com. And I try to do regular updates, once or twice a week on it, and just share, things that are going on, and whether it's training related or life, or it's just something to get you a little bit fired up, if you read it. And it's nothing, super duper long. I usually post a short video or 3 or 4 paragraphs.
Sure.
But that's been a good platform for me to talk about some stuff that I'm passionate about. And the other thing is I can only train so many people, so that's another big reason I've been investing some of my time and energy to stuff online, is because I can reach, with a freaking YouTube video, I may reach, one I've got about 5,000 hits on. I'm like, and I spend about 10 minutes making it. I'm like, think about if I really invest a lot of time and energy in a good video, 5,000 views. That's a lot of people that I could help and make a positive change.
Yeah, you said on your Facebook page, the Chris Foreman PT page, that you're here to make a difference and enjoy your life.
Yep.
And a lot of this has been sort of going around that. How do you make a difference? What are these things? But your experience, by virtue of combat training, personal training, like physical training, going through the the physical therapy and whatnot, you have such a broad base of personal experience to impart on not only your clients but also people who are just looking for, I mean, maybe not necessarily advice but inspiration. I mean, I honestly am inspired by you. That's something that I hope that you've known since I've known you, is that like you're one of the people that when I say what do I want to be like, you're in that list of people that I've learned from, and it's like, okay, I would be somewhat like that.
That's cool. That's nice of you to say that, man. So yeah, that's the thing, is trying to help as many people as I can, and I love working with people day to day, which is something I always want to do. And my ultimate dream would be to train people for no money, for free, and just train a selective number of people, and then make as much money as I can doing seminars, maybe write a book down the road, and continue to do videos, because there's so many things that I know and take for granted, right? And especially in this little corner of the strength industry or fitness community or whatever you want to call it, that I know that so many people don't. Like, there's so many people that still don't know what a foam roller is. What do I use for pain management? I don't use any drugs. I use a foam roller. I stretch. I lift weights so my body's strong.
Sure.
And just real simple stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
and
needs to be getting out there.
That's something that also you and I have talked about, is like, especially here in Kentucky, we have such a problem with prescription drug addiction and whatnot, and you haven't even like you won't even allow those things into your body. You're taking homeopathic and holistic methods of dealing with the scars and the pain. I mean, like that to me is one of the things that that I, once again, what am I going to be like? If I get hurt in a car wreck or something, the first thing I'm thinking mentally is I'm gonna Chris Freeman this shit. Like, yeah, this is gonna hurt, but you're not putting anything into my body that's foreign, that's unnecessary. If the pain is so unmanageable that I can't think or can't talk, well, then maybe we can think about using some medication. But if I can live through this and improve and get better and deal with it, then there's no reason to open myself up to the risk of a chemical addiction that didn't have to be there.
Yeah, I mean, and that's part of that is you can't always listen to other people, because if I would have listened to other people, one, I would have been on I would have been on prescription medication for way too long for pain management. I'd still probably be taking something. Hell, even something as stupid, simple as taking a leave every day. I got to a point where my feet were in so much pain, I was taking a leave on a regular basis.
Sure.
But like, talk about blocking pain signaling and preventing healing. People don't tell you that shit until you
Right,
look it
yeah.
up on Google.
By taking away the inflammation, which NSAIDs do, you actually slow the healing because the
Yeah.
inflammation is a signal to heal.
Yep.
And there's recent research showing that frequent use of NSAIDs actually increases your risk of heart disease.
Yeah.
So the side effects of those things are far-reaching and not simple, but actually quite complex.
Yeah.
And not always positive. I mean, just like what we were talking about with your feet. I mean, you have your foot almost blown off. Sure, you have every right and every reason to take an NSAID every day, but doing that actually slowed down the process of getting rid of the pain of that. Like that's an amazing insight. Something that I really maybe the most important point that we've talked about all day.
Well, also, just to touch on that, man, like a bigger part of physical pain is emotional pain. And I'll tell you what, man, the most bottled up and the most depressed, like the most down in the hole that